Hello everyone, I'm George from Ireland, and there you can see the blue plaque on the wall, above Atelier, and that is the house where Tom Moore lived for a while. Thomas Moore is really known as, so a celebrated Irish poet of the early 19th century. He was born in Dublin in 1779. His father was a greengrocer who did well. And Thomas Moore showed early scholastic promise. His mother was keen for him to be a barrister. Anyway, he went to Trinity College, Dublin, which was the only university in Ireland at the time. So only a tiny minority of people went on to third level education. And Trinity was run by the Church of Ireland back then. So the Catholics would only just been allowed in. And so he was one of the first cohort of Catholics to get to go there. And the majority of the undergraduates were Protestants well into the mid-20th century, because later the Catholic Church took against Trinity and said that we mustn't go there, even though Trinity would have welcomed us. So he graduated from there, and he got to know some of the luminaries of his generation. And I don't think he actually ever was called to the bar, but he began to compose poesy, Irish melodies being one of his most famous works. And wasn't terribly involved in politics. He was a young man at the time of great upheaval, 1798, for example. So he seems to have been somewhat nationalist in his opinions. I'm just trying to think. Great was Erin in days of yore, ere her faithless sons betrayed her. One of the things, and let Erin remember. Often this stilly night. These are some of the poems he composed. A lot of them they were turned to music later on, and he's the one who coined the expression Emerald Isle, because remember, up until that time, Ireland's colour was blue, St Patrick's blue. You still see it on the coat of arms outside the Irish embassy, the gold harp on a field of St Patrick's blue. Now, Leinster, that's the eastern province of Ireland, has got green as its field on the flag with a gold harp. So I know Leinster's the most populous province in Ireland, so sometimes it was taken as a synecdoche of Ireland, more or less. But anyway, because of our 40 shades of green, that's possibly why he said with the Emerald Isle. But ironically, the United Irishmen had come to this dark green colour by blending the Dutch flag, that sort of navy blue and orange, and you get a dark green, because in reference to William of Orange, who they felt stood for liberty, or the Netherlands stood for liberty, even though they were against religious discrimination. William III actually wasn't a sectarian bigot either. Unfortunately, many of his followers were. So Thomas Moore moved over here, and he was good friends with a lot of the leading literary figures at the time, I can't remember who he married. He married an English woman, so I think, and so did his sons and daughters married English people. Though there was some anti-Catholicism, he doesn't seem to have been a victim of it. So he was very prominent, very wealthy by the end of his life, cordially received by the monarch on a number of occasions. So he died in 1852. I have a feeling he's buried in London. That's just a little bit about Thomas Moore. Toodaloo.